Welcome to the front line. You think you're here for love? Badana. Dating in the Philippines isn't a romance. It's a high stakes poker game played in a hurricane. You see her shy smile, her simple clothes, and you think you've been dealt a royal flush. You feel that savior complex tingling, right? Let me tell you what that feeling really is. It's the cold nose of a gun against your temple. You've mistaken a casino for a church, and the house always wins when you don't know the rules. Pay attention. You're an older guy, maybe 40, 50, 60, fresh off a divorce that skinned you alive back west. You're tired of the noise, the politics, the women who look at you like you're already a ghost. So you come here, with a bit of money and a heart that's been put through a meat grinder, looking for your second act. You want a woman who appreciates a good man, who is soft and kind and simple. You're not looking for a handout, you're looking for an angel. That's what makes you the perfect mark. Here's the deal: every move you make is a bet, and your buy in is everything you have left. Your time is limited, your money is limited, your emotional bandwidth is on fumes. This isn't a game you can afford to lose by learning as you go. The good girl act is the most profitable industry in this country, and it has been perfected into a science. A single misread, a single bad call, and you're not just broke, you're a broken man, stranded in a country that doesn't care about your sob story. I've been on this side of the table my entire life. I've seen men like you arrive full of hope, and I've seen them leave with nothing but a maxed out credit card and a 1,000 yard stare. I've seen the simple, God fearing girls in the club on a Tuesday, spending the money that was supposed to be for their grandmother's mythical hospital bill. I'm giving you the briefing the embassy can't and your buddies won't, because they're too busy getting played themselves. You've been warned. So today I'm handing you my personal playbook. This isn't feel good advice from some life coach. This is a war manual, a 5-point extraction plan designed to audit character and neutralize the threat before it drains your bank account and your will to live. These are the rules of engagement for a game you didn't even know you were playing. Following them won't just save you money, it will save you from becoming another sad story, another old fool who bet it all on a pretty smile. This is your only chance to decide what this game is really about before you ante up. You've been playing for connection, for a partner, for a soft place to land, but you're sitting at a table full of sharks who smell blood in the water. They know you're bluffing, even when you don't. So you have to make a choice, right now, before you see the next card. Do you want love, sex, or survival? So you think you've made a choice? Cute. The first mistake you'll make isn't with your wallet, it's with your ego. You're not the only one here. The arrivals terminal is a conveyor belt of lonely men, and you're all competing for the same fantasy. She knows this. When she tells you her heartbreaking story, sick mother, brother's tuition, stolen phone, it's not a confession, it's a range-finding exercise. She's watching to see if you flinch, if you reach for your white horse, or if you reach for your wallet. It's a stress test. I watched a guy, Mark from Australia, fail this test in real time. He heard about a sick grandmother and boom, 20,000 pesos wired before his coffee got cold. He thought he was the hero. What he actually did was paint a giant flashing target on his back. The next week, the grandmother needed rare medicine. The week after, the entire roof of the family home blew off. He went from potential partner to first response ATM in 7 days. He was funding a ghost, and the emergencies only stopped when his card was declined. Then comes the second mistake: ignoring the enemy's support network. You think you're dating an individual? Ay nako. You're engaging with a squadron. Her friends are her board of directors, her financial advisors, and her scouting party. That simple girl who is shy and demure with you doesn't exist when she's with them. They are the ones dissecting your texts, evaluating your net worth from your profile pictures, and planning the next phase of the operation. You must audit her friends, or you're walking into a planned ambush. Ask Dave from Canada. He was dating a devout Catholic who hated bars. He paid for her new apartment, her groceries, her online classes. He felt like a king providing for his queen. What he was really funding was her and her three friends' VIP table at the club every weekend, where they laughed about the old man who paid for their party while they hunted for their next investor. His money wasn't building a future, it was fueling the very lifestyle he thought he was rescuing her from. These are just reconnaissance mistakes about failing to read the map. The first real weapon deployed against you is the sudden, perfectly timed crisis. It's a heat seeking missile aimed directly at your savior complex, designed to short circuit logic with manufactured urgency. A lost phone right before a big date. A medical emergency the day your pension comes in. And that's still the easy level. The next mistake I'll show you is the one that destroys not just your wallet, but your entire reputation in this country. Pay attention. The next mistake is more intimate. It's not about your bank. It's about the hole in your soul she sees from a mile away. You're so hungry for validation, you'd eat poison if it was served on a pretty plate. This is where the game shifts from your wallet to your mind. Are you the captain of your own ship, setting the course? Or are you a taxi hailed for a ride, paid, and then dismissed? Her first test isn't for your money, it's for your spine. She's checking if you're driving or just taking directions, so you set the test. Let's cook dinner at my place. Simple, intimate, low cost. Watch what happens next. Does her face light up or does it fall? Does she counter with, "Hey, but my cousin said this new rooftop bar is so nice"? This isn't a negotiation about a date. It's a power struggle for the frame of the relationship. The moment you concede, you've told her that her desires, funded by you, are more important than shared connection. You're no longer a potential partner, you're a service provider. And why does she need that rooftop bar? For the Instagram story you'll never see. The simple girl with the private profile is a strategic lie. Her real resume is a network of hidden accounts where she markets her availability to the highest bidder. You are not her man. You are her current sponsor, her trip to Dubai. That expensive dinner is just content for her portfolio, proof of concept for the next investor waiting in her DMs. You're funding the advertising campaign for your own replacement. It's time to become a ghost hunter. Then comes the dagger, the perfectly placed mention of another man, an ex who won't let go, a rich admirer who is just a friend. Putang ina, do you think that's a confession? It's an auction. She's creating scarcity to see if you'll panic and raise your bid. She's not trying to make you jealous. She's stress testing your budget against your fear of loneliness. Every time you puff out your chest and try to win her, you're not proving your love. You're just telling her exactly how much your ego is worth. You see it now, don't you? The fancy dates, the digital ghosts, the fake competition. It's a suffocating web, and you're tangled in it because of one single powerful drug: hope. You're not addicted to her, you're addicted to the possibility that she's the one. You keep betting against the house, praying this one spin will finally pay out. This makes your hope the most valuable commodity on the market. But here's the secret that turns a mark into a monster. The game doesn't change when you figure her out. The game changes when you stop negotiating with hope. So you've been shot at. You've seen the traps. Good. Now the real work begins. Stop reacting to her moves and start running your own operation. Hope is a liability. Emotion is a fatal flaw. We are replacing them with a system, a cold, repeatable, non-negotiable protocol. Think of yourself as an air traffic controller. She's a plane asking for permission to land on your runway. Your job isn't to hope she's a good pilot. Your job is to run the pre-flight checklist. The flight only gets cleared for takeoff when every single box is ticked. Period. First, the filter. This is your long-range radar. Before she even gets near your airspace, you run the data. Reverse image search her photos. Check her name against social media, not just the one she gives you. Cross-reference her sob stories with a Google search. Is her province the one that got hit by a typhoon last week? Of course it is. You are not looking for reasons to believe her. You are scanning for the red flags that disqualify her on sight. This is a binary process, not an emotional debate. Next, the test. She passed the filter? Fine. Now she enters the hangar for a stress test. This is where you apply active pressure. You propose the low cost, high intimacy date. You suggest a group hangout with her friends to audit her board of directors. You set a boundary and watch if she respects it or tries to bulldoze it with charm or a tantrum. Every reaction is data. Is she a partner who wants to build or a passenger demanding a destination? The test isn't to see if she's perfect, it's to see if she's honest. Then, the decision. The results of the test are not a suggestion, they are a verdict. There is no maybe. There is no, but she's different when it's just us. If she fails the test, the answer is no. It's not a negotiation, it is a final judgment based on the protocol you established when you were thinking clearly, not when you were high on her attention. You are the captain, and you do not give clearance to a plane with a cracked engine, no matter how pretty its paint job looks on the runway. If the verdict is no, you execute the exit. Clean, fast, no long, tearful explanations. You are a ghost. You were never there. This isn't cruel. It is the most merciful thing you can do for both of you. You are not her savior, and you are not her bank. You are a man with a mission, and she is a variable you have now controlled. Take notes because you're done with diagnostics. In the next brief, we start the field operations. This is where the real war begins. You think the protocol is for peacetime? The checklist is for when the engine is already on fire and the cockpit is full of smoke. This is where it all happens at once. A multi-front war fought in a single 10-minute phone call. Think of it like ping pong. An amateur reacts to the ball. A professional reacts to the opponent's position before they even swing. Your system puts you in position. Now she's about to serve, and you're not where you used to be. You're already waiting for the ball. The first smash is the money shot. It's midnight. She's crying. It's not a sick grandmother. It's her brother, a motorcycle, and a hospital that needs 50,000 pesos. Now, or they won't operate. The old you would be a blur of panic and Western Union. The new you is a block of ice. You deploy rule number 3. That's horrible, you say, your voice steady. Send me the hospital's name. We will call them together first thing in the morning to verify. The ball is no longer hurtling at you. It's floating. Then comes the spin she hopes you can't read. She's at your door. The tears are real. The desperation is thick enough to choke on. She's not asking for money anymore. She's offering a trade. She's offering herself. I'll do anything, she whispers. And it's the oldest, most effective trap in the book because it targets your loneliness, not your wallet. But you are the captain. This is your ship. You don't trade your command for a moment of warmth in a storm. The runway is closed tonight. Frustrated, she plays the ghost card. My other friend, the one from Dubai, he would have sent it already. This isn't a confession. It's a volley aimed at your ego, an attempt to start an auction. She's trying to drag you back to the table by creating a competitor, but your system has already audited her. You ran the checklist. She failed. This isn't a game you need to win. You are not a bidder. You are the house, and the game is over when you say it is. You let the ball go. Look what happened. Your bank account is intact. Your heart rate is normal. Your dignity is untouched. You didn't win her. You won the war against your own worst impulses. You feel the silence? That's the feeling of control. This is the only prize that matters. Which brings us to the final unbreakable law of the game. The one that separates the men from the marks for good. Your survival depends on understanding it. So listen closely, because this is the last rule you will ever need. So there you have it. The filter, the test, the exit. This isn't a strategy to find a better woman. It is the price of admission for your own self-respect. It's the wall you build around your heart and your bank account so you can decide who gets a visitor's pass. Stop being a desperate bee begging every closed bud to open for you. The game isn't about chasing, it's about becoming the one garden so strong, so vibrant that the right flowers bloom on their own and the right bees come to you. The right woman is not a project you fund, she is a partner drawn to your stability, your frame, your rules, your discipline. That is the nectar. When you are the garden, you don't worry about the bees. They come. They come because you are a source of order, not a chaotic mess of lonely cash. She won't see you as a rescue mission or a short term sponsor. She will see you as a destination. This is the ultimate power shift from hunting for a flower to becoming the entire landscape she wants to land on. You've made it through the briefing. Now it's time to enlist. Your experience is our new intelligence. If you have a war story, share it in the comments below. Educate the new recruits. Every like you hit is a signal flare that shows another man he isn't alone. Subscribe because the next briefing is about navigating her family, and that is a guerrilla war you are not prepared for. This is no longer a solo mission. This is the front line, and we hold it together by sharing the damn map. This intel is not free. It was paid for with scars and your potential future. If this briefing saved you from one bad investment, one fake emergency, then you have a duty. Keep this channel operational. Hit the super thanks, use the link, fund the next report. This is the Armory. Your mission for the next 24 hours. Run the protocol on your situation. No emotion, just the checklist. Then act on the data. Stay sharp, stay solvent, and always, always make her earn her place in your world.